Our journey begins day 19, June 19, 2024. Today's going to be an analysis of trending topics in the world. And why is this important? Well, I think understanding what people are currently engaging with will allow us to better appreciate where people's minds are at. All right, so let's see where we can progress. So I'm thinking of starting with YouTube trending topics, essentially analyzing what people are watching on YouTube and why. So I have this, and then I'm going to make this small screen, and we are going to take notes on what is trending. So first of all, apparently this artist, so I think we should probably group things together. So essentially it will be, so music videos are always popular, and this is just because I think this taps into a lot of like base desires that people have. Yeah, that includes like, and also like basically music, and they're short, so they can trend quickly, and you want to listen to them over and over. Then we have this Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Switch, which I'm not exactly sure what this is about, but is likely something to do with some new software that's coming out. So essentially gaming, which a lot of people spend a lot of time doing. Which is why they are so interested. Then we have The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This is also another gaming thing. So we'll come back to the shorts. We have that. Oh, some sort of like wrestling. So there are a lot of sports things going on. So sports. So we have wrestling. We have like some sort of entertainment trailer. So then we have like trailers and movies. Now trailers and movies. Then we have, I built a secret treehouse in my backyard. I think sort of the construction, like the builder construction type videos. This appears to be another gaming thing, or just I'm not exactly sure. This bridge collapsed is an engineering stuff. So that's at least, so engineering current events. So this is a what if channel. What if you drained the oceans? Then we have some sort of like car or engine. Car videos. What if? Interesting. Videos. Is living on a cruise ship the move? I'm not sure what that would go under. Then we have a lot more sports, spicy wings. So like cooking, wings, spicy wings. Okay, then we have a Mr. Beast video, always trending. Like a challenge, essentially. Then we have another video game thing. Like some popular families, like a popular vlogger families. I think that's what this is as well. Video gaming. So this would be under the cars, sports, transformations. Put that under here. Builder, construction type, car, and I'm trying to think what else. I think that's most of it. Then, so like trying channels, like what if, cooking, and just popular vlogger. I'd say like challenge videos and trying things. Like a movie, TV show, celebrity, interviews. Also, this is also just the celebrity pool. So like that, those two are celebrities. This is like a transformation building video. Cooking, sports, TV show type things, video games, singing, construction or like car transformations, video gaming, like trying. These are like the trying challenges or like trying products or whatever. Car, sort of like trying things or transformation. I guess Star Wars, so that would be like movies. So this is a lot of similar things. Wow, that's like trying things. Some, it looks like some like software, some like news events are not, what do you call the, like software, which would be like Nintendo and Apple. Okay, so, and it's funny, as we scroll down through, like, they're all very, very much fit into all of those things. Yeah, we could even put this as like tech. Yeah, software. who, who cares about software? It's tech or company news. Okay. So interesting. So we'll come back. So Google trending. What do we got here? We got Justin Timberlake. So celebrity news. I forget what you call it when it's like not really important news, but it's like the gossip or whatever. Like the tabloids essentially. Willie Mays. It looks like this is about sports. Sports, video games. Looks like quantum computing. Look at that. Deaths. Sports. Video games / AI. Sports, movies. And some other, maybe politics. And maybe some food related stuff. Okay, so those are the two of the main ways that people see stuff. There's also X trending, but there wasn't like any sort of huge interesting things to go on that. So let's analyze this. So music videos, we kind of already went over why that is. But like, are music videos good for people? Most of the time, probably not adding anything to their life. They just happen to get a lot of views, so it would seem as though they're trending. Gaming, like, I don't know how I want to go about saying this or addressing this, but it makes sense that gaming would be a popular topic, and that's because people spend so much of their time gaming. Whether they're spending all that time is good or bad is probably not the best. Then we have sports, which are interesting for so many people, like competition. But it's an evergreen popular thing. It's just trailers and movies. It makes sense because people also spend a lot of time and like advertising and celeb and the story of it, which is interesting because sports, you kind of have to have, like, there's not a lot of story. It's just like competition events. Gaming, like, there's stories in the gaming, but like you're probably not gonna have like story related. Music videos definitely probably have a story throughout the then transformations. This is just like, yeah, there's a story here for sure. Engineering current events. I'd say this is similar to construction type videos, but like interesting. Car videos. People like cars. Probably not much of a story. What if interesting videos is just like, like interesting. Immediate dopamine type of thing. Cooking. People like their food. Challenges. There's a little bit of a story here. Mostly just dopamine. Popular vlogger families. Sort of the keeping up with the Joneses. Living. Don't think that's right. Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, okay. Keeping up with the Joneses. Like, sort of the living an alternate life sort of thing. Challenge videos, trying things. Dopamine and interesting. Celebrity interviews, you have the typical celeb gossip type of thing. Tech news. This is like people and what technology is being developed. As far as Google Trends, yeah. They're all the same except this one, which would probably go under tech news. This is just like people sad. AI, tech news, movies, the story of the movies, and the celeb. Some politics, somewhat impacting people's lives, food-related stuff. Again, people like their food. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. It's interesting when you like actually take a look at it and you're like, wow, this is the sort of thing that millions of people spend their entire days doing. Like, what is the point of doing any of that stuff? Most of this is a complete waste of time. So maybe I should make a new slide here of the actual analysis. Most of these things are not life-changing. Most of these things lead to negative mental structures. Now, when I say that, I mean like if you spend your day thinking about gaming and like the thing that's going on in your game, like then you're not thinking about real life and you're probably not caring about what's actually going on in the world. If you're thinking your day thinking about sports, again, like you're thinking about this team that you're rooting for, but like none of that matters in real life. Now, that's not necessarily bad for your mental structures, um, unless it's like consuming your thoughts. Um, Transformation's not really bad. Engineering, not bad for mental structures. Car videos, not too bad. A lot of the things that hit on your dopamine. They are like literally impacting the way that you think and the way and like how you feel, because like, oh, you just want to see that dopamine thing. What other analysis is there? There are some reasonably beneficial topics. Like tech, engineering, potentially movies, if the movie is like good for expanding your mind. But like, to me, most of these are not life-changing, waste of time. Like, you're gonna regret spending time in life once you've matured, or I don't want to say that necessarily, but I just think you're gonna regret. Like, the music videos again is half just because you're listening to it, so that's not really an issue. But if you're spending most of your time gaming, like, are you gonna look back on your life and think, oh, I was so glad I spent all that time gaming? Like, unless that game is actually furthering your ability to do something, or like challenging your thought process on something, or whatever, something like that, I just don't see how you're gonna look back and say, oh, I'm so glad I was gaming. Sports, I cannot see how, to me, that's just a complete waste of time to get too engaged with that. I understand it's like a distraction and it allows people to like kind of root for a team and stuff like that, but I don't think you're going to look back on life and say, oh, I'm so glad that I spent all that time rooting for some baseball team. Like, maybe you will because you're still at that age, you're like, oh, so important. But like, especially all the gossip around, like, so-and-so player gets traded or something like that. And then the tech news I could see would be, beneficial to what's happening in the world. Deaths, that's standard, like what's in the newspaper type of thing. AI, also tech news, movies, politics, that does affect your life, but like a lot of times politics doesn't get anything done in terms of actual like beneficial things. And then food related stuff, maybe it's helping you to cook, probably not. It's probably mostly just entertaining for you. Like car videos, like in 50 years, we're not going to have any cars. It'll be some other vehicle thing that we're talking about, some other product. Kind of capitalistic in general, but like interesting, I understand. Like, I'm not trying to be too judgmental, I guess. I'm just saying that like a lot of these trending topics are not what you would necessarily want to see. What kind of trending topics would you want to see? I guess I'll write those out. So, and again, this is all kind of my opinion. I could be completely wrong about what topics are important, but like ways we could change the world and associated developments. With that, like science explorations, you'd want to see people talking about philosophy. And the thing is that people are doing all these things, it's just not the trending topic. But you would want whatever's trending things that matter in actual reality. Say like people working hard to do the right thing. People becoming better versions of themselves. Exploring questions and thoughts. You know, like basically things you would look back and say, yeah, thinking about that. So I guess if you're in the boat of engaging with a lot of these trending topics that are pretty much useless, I guess first of all, let me know why you think they're not useless. And then I'm trying to figure out how one would go about changing the trending topics. I suppose the main way to change trending topics would be to make something better that is more interesting. This is a core way that I've thought from the very beginning of like how you change the world is you don't depend on people doing the right thing. You make the right thing so much more interesting and so much better than doing the wrong thing that like you don't even want to do the wrong thing because it's not as interesting. But right now doing the wrong thing of like binge watching whatever is like way more entertaining and more dopamine than like doing the right thing. That's because the right thing is like a little bit more boring and stuff. So we have to sort of shift that narrative. Yeah, so I guess narrative, like shifting the narrative. But I would say also shifting, like actually making more entertaining things that are good. So I have a lot to work on to make things more entertaining and better. But it's at least interesting to get this view, kind of get an understanding. And a lot of it's self-evident. Like, what do people talk about? They talk about these topics. Are they important topics? Most of the time, not. People aren't talking about things that actually make a difference. They spend their lives concentrating on things that no one will care about in a couple years. And it's just the nature of humanity, of most of humanity right now. There are a lot of people who do not do that, but clearly if they're trending topics, most people are. And either that's because of the status of overall humanity's intelligence or just the dopamine interesting elements. So movies seem to be a decent way because they have a storyline to them. So if we can create a story, a really, really, really interesting story around something really impactful that actually changes lives, I think that could be a really good key. So, all right, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.